evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lebhakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Tuesday, the 9th of September. India's Common Man Party accuses Lieutenant Governor of helping BJP to form government in Delhi. Thousands still stranded as rescue operations continue in flood-hit Jammu and Kashmir. And won't allow Ghani to become president of Afghanistan, says Abdullah Abdullah. And now for all the details. The Aam Aadmi Party or AAP on Tuesday alleged that the Lieutenant Governor Najib Jung is helping the Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP to form the next government in Delhi. This comes as the Supreme Court instructed the central government to take a decision quickly on forming the provincial government in Delhi.
The Supreme Court gave the federal government 4 weeks to take a call on forming the next government in Delhi. The Apex Court observed that some progress has been made as the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Najib Jung, has written to the President seeking permission to invite the BJP to form the government. Meanwhile, the AAP has alleged that the Lieutenant Government is helping the BJP to form the next government in the national capital. AAP Supremo Arvind Kejriwal urged Lieutenant Governor to cancel his letter seeking the President's permission to invite the BJP to form the government in the national capital. Kejriwal said the BJP had earlier given in writing that they won't be forming the government in Delhi.
अब मुझे तो समझ नहीं आता एलजी साहब ने कौन से तथ्यों के आधार पर रिपोर्ट दी है, क्योंकि बीजेपी ने दिसंबर के अंदर लिखित में एलजी साहब को मना किया था कि हमारे पास नंबर्स नहीं है, हम सरकार नहीं बना सकते। एलजी साहब के पास वही चिट्ठी पड़ी हुई है बीजेपी की। बीजेपी ने अभी तक उस चिट्ठी को विड्रॉ नहीं किया है। उसके बाद बीजेपी ने कोई फ्रेश चिट्ठी नहीं दी है ये लिख के कि उनके पास मेजॉरिटी है। तो एलजी साहब अपनी तरफ से बीजेपी के लिए कह रहे हैं कि बीजेपी को इनवाइट किया जाए।
The AAP had on Monday accused the BJP of trying to bribe its legislators to form the government. The party had also produced what they claimed was a video recording of the BJP trying to approach its legislators. Janata Dal United legislator Shoaib Iqbal also expressed his concern over the BJP indulging in horse trading to form the next government in Delhi.
एक महीने के अंदर और हॉर्स ट्रेडिंग होगी और सरकार को खींचातान किया जाएगा और इस तरह से चलता रहेगा। फिर ये सरकार अल्टीमेटली बनाने के ऊपर ये इच्छुक हैं और ये बना के रहेंगे जैसा कि इनका अपना करना है।
The BJP in its defense accused Kejriwal of making baseless allegations.
Because the Aam Aadmi Party Chief Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has time and again subverted the constitutional post and ridiculed them. The same Aam Aadmi Party was calling the same Lieutenant Governor a few months ago as a Congress agent. And today they are calling him as a BJP agent.
The BJP and the AAP have locked horns for some time now over the formation of the government in Delhi. The AAP has been accusing the BJP of running away from fresh elections and trying to come to power via the back door. The national capital has been under President's rule since Kejriwal resigned as Chief Minister in February. The AAP has been demanding the dissolution of the State Assembly and called for fresh elections.
Afghan presidential candidate Abdullah Abdullah has said he would not accept the outcome of the United Nations monitored audit of the runoff vote. This comes even as the Election Commission is gearing up to announce the results later this week.
Abdullah Abdullah said on Monday he wouldn't accept the UN-backed poll audit results and accused the country's Independent Election Commission of rigging votes in favor of his rival Ashraf Ghani. He said the negotiations with Ghani to form a national government had failed to make any progress.
و امروز که مذاکرات سیاسی به بنبست رسیده این میخوایم اعلان کنم که تقلب و نتایج تقلب و اعلان نتایج تقلب نمیپذیریم.
Abdullah also claimed that he was the winner in both elections rounds held in April and June and promised not to allow Ghani to become president.
هر کسی که در این زمینه غلط فهمی کرده باشه از همینجا برش اعلان میکنم که یک روز حکومت تقلبی را قبول نمیکنیم. یک روز.
Abdullah's rejection comes even as the United States is making an all-out effort to bring both warring contenders together to form a consensus government. President Barack Obama had on Sunday telephoned the two candidates to end the political deadlock. US Secretary of State John Kerry had also visited Afghanistan twice last month in an attempt to broker a power-sharing agreement between the two. Abdullah's refusal has raised concerns about the war-torn country slipping once again into ethnic conflicts as the US-led NATO troops prepare to leave Afghanistan at the end of this year, concluding a 12-year-long stay in that country.
On to some other development now. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf or PTI on Monday said they have made considerable progress in the negotiations with the Nawaz Sharif government to end the political deadlock. The two delegations, which resumed the dialogue on Monday, expressed confidence of ending the impasse soon. PTI, however, said the two key demands of the party, including the resignation of Prime Minister Sharif, has not been accepted by the government's delegation. Cricketer turned politician Imran Khan and Canada returned cleric Tahirul Qadri, along with thousands of their supporters, have been protesting in capital Islamabad seeking resignation of Prime Minister Sharif and a probe into vote rigging during the 2013 general elections, which Nawaz Sharif's Pakistan Muslim League swept with a huge margin. The United Nations has offered help to India in the ongoing rescue and relief efforts in the flood-ravaged northern Kashmir Valley. The death toll crossed 200 on Tuesday as thousands still remain stranded in the worst floods the state has faced in the past 6 decades.
UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon's spokesperson said the world body was ready to give assistance to the inundated Kashmir Valley in the light of the catastrophe. Massive rescue operations continued for a third day on Tuesday in the flood-hit area of Jammu and Kashmir. 5 days of incessant rains last week led to landslides damaging roads, dozens of bridges, buildings and crops across the Himalayan state. The crucial Jammu-Srinagar highway, however, still remains cut off after suffering extensive damage, making it difficult for the 1,500 trucks carrying essential supplies to reach those affected. At least 38 people are feared dead and over 40 still trapped after a landslide submerged an entire village in Jammu's Udhampur district on Sunday. The Indian Air Force has deployed over 40 aircraft and helicopters and has been able to save over 22,000 people from the state so far. People are constantly moving to high-rise buildings and regions to escape the surging floods.
200-300 कनाल हमारी इधर 26 की ज़मीन बह चुकी है। तंगदेपुरा का सभी रकबा खत्म हो चुका, कई आदमी जिनका बिल्कुल खत्म हो चुका है जी। और हमें बांध की बहुत ज़रूरत है। इमरजेंसी टाइम हमें बांध की हमारे लोगों की सुविधाओं की होनी चाहिए, किसी को राशन मिलना चाहिए।
Floods from the swollen river Jhelum inundated entire Srinagar. The flowing waters caught people in low-lying areas off guard, submerging major roads, thus hampering relief operations. Thousands still remain stranded on their rooftops, still waiting for rescue.
पहले थोड़ा-थोड़ा पानी आ रहा था, फिर पानी देखते-देखते 20-22 फुट पड़ गया। फिर हमें खतरा लग रहा था, फिर हमने कॉलेज की छत को उखाड़ दिया, फिर जाके छत पे बैठ गए, फिर एक हेलीकॉप्टर आया, हमें इसको गया और यहाँ पे ले आया। दिल्ली जाना है हमें।
The floods have also wreaked havoc in neighbouring Pakistan, leaving around 400 dead so far. Over 700 villages have been inundated across Punjab province and thousands of acres of farmland have been completely destroyed. The provincial government declared a state of emergency after areas like Sialkot, Gujranwala and Hafizabad went under waters. According to reports, more than 200,000 people have been displaced in the flood-affected regions.
Sri Lanka on Monday said it will cooperate with the United Nations in the ongoing probe into the war crimes allegations against the Tamil minority in the country. This comes as the new chief of the human rights watchdog appealed to Colombo to cooperate in the probe.
Sri Lanka said it will cooperate with the UN human rights body despite rejecting its resolution for an international probe of war crimes, describing it as politically motivated. Sri Lanka also expressed its intention to work closely with new UNHRC chief Ziad Ra'ad Al Hussein, who is replacing Navi Pillay. Colombo has in the past accused Pillay, who is of Tamil origin, of personal bias in the probe. Earlier addressing the 27th session of the Human Rights Council in Geneva, Al Hussein said the investigation in Lanka is an important agenda of the world body. The island nation is facing probe after a US-backed resolution in March seeking international investigation into war crimes committed by Lankan army. This came after Colombo failed to initiate a credible domestic probe into the allegations. According to rights groups and UN experts, up to 40,000 Tamil civilians were killed by the end of the nearly 3-decade-long civil war that ended in May 2009. The Sri Lankan government has, however, long denied committing any war crimes.
The Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan or TTP on Tuesday has claimed the responsibility of a terror attack on a naval dockyard over the weekend. 3 people, 2 attackers and a Navy personnel were killed late on Saturday as the militants tried to carry out an attack on the naval base in Karachi. The Taliban, which claimed success in carrying out the attack, claimed they had inside support. This is not the first time the Taliban has targeted Cree defense establishments in the country. The Taliban had carried out an ambush on the Karachi International Airport and a nearby military academy in Karachi in June this year. In 2011, an attack at the Mehran Naval Aviation Base in Karachi by the militants had killed 10 people. India is often referred to as the country with an exceptionally long history. But the real depth of that statement is underlined by the fact that a university in India's eastern Bihar province has just reopened after being closed for 8 centuries. A report.
These are the first Nalanda University students in more than 800 years. The idea to revive the ancient seat of learning was first considered about 8 years ago, and its reconstruction has cost India's government almost $447 million. A new, pristine institute, it's Nalanda's emphasis on research rather than just teaching that those responsible for its reconstruction hope will make it a prestigious center for learning. And the first batch of 15 students is proud to be a part of this new chapter for the ancient university.
The linkage of past to the present to foresee our sustainable future is something very interesting.
Considered a seat of Buddhism, the ancient university even counted several foreigners among its alumni. That is, until it was destroyed in the year 1193 by a Turkish military general. The famous university, which had once accommodated nearly 12,000 people, fell into disrepair and stood as a ruin for centuries, serving as little more than an excursion point for sightseers and a poignant reminder of lost academic glory. And after years of reconstruction by the Indian government, foreign assistance from several countries helped to finally complete the project. For its part, Singapore pledged more than $5 million to restore the former glory of Nalanda University by once again making it an institution of international repute.
And we have students from the other parts of Asia and perhaps beyond Asia as well. So as to how Singapore plays a role in this, I think that will have to be defined over the years, maybe with more Singaporean students coming.
While the university has re-embarked on its long academic journey, the biggest challenge will be to make sure the reputation of the contemporary campus lives up to and even surpasses that of the renowned Nalanda University of ancient times.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. India's Common Man Party accuses Lieutenant Governor of helping BJP to form government in Delhi. Thousands still stranded as rescue operations continue in flood-hit Jammu and Kashmir. And won't allow Ghani to become president of Afghanistan, says Abdullah Abdullah. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.